Yo guys, how's it going? We're here for another episode of our Burton Career Mode on FIFA 18. Starting today's episode off with a game against Derby County. Just before that, you've seen a little clip of some training that we did for the players. Like I said, try and get the players up as much as I possibly can before we get into the main part of the season, the end of the season. Because I think if anything, if we start falling off, it'll be towards the end of the season, because at the minute it seems like we're doing too well. In a way, we're doing way too good for what we should be doing, and I think at some point it's just going to drop off. And hopefully before that point happens, if it does in fact happen, hopefully before that we can actually basically just get as many points in front as we can, so then at that point, if we do start dropping points, hopefully it won't make too much of a difference to the positions we're in. As you see, we start this game off as Derby come on the counter on the attack here, take a shot, but luckily it goes just wide of the post. It wasn't exactly the best of play. It was not the best of passes really. The player that was providing the pass there should have done a lot better. He passed it way too close to the player's feet there, and he scuffed the shot and it went wide of the post. As they come on the attack again here, making that space, and again it hits the post this time, but they take another shot, and I swear he was offside there. I really thought he was offside there, but Tom Lawrence does put it in the back of the net to make it 1-0 to Derby, which is a disappointment for us. But it was nice play from them. They got very, very lucky. One with that, and then again just to get the pass, and then the block going back to him, and then I think he was offside there. But obviously not. If the game hasn't give it, then it doesn't really matter what I think. And it's in the back of the net to make it 1-0. Not too long into the game really. That's his 4th goal of the season. He's a player that I really like, to be fair. He seems like he'll be a good prospect, maybe looking to sign in him at some point. As we come on the attack here, going towards the second half, we get very lucky ourselves here and put it into the back of the net with Akins. Absolute wonderful piece of play. Very lucky as well, but Akins finds the space and puts it into the back of the net. They got lucky just a few moments before, but we got even more lucky here. I don't know if you could call it luck as such, because he did very well to win the ball back and keep trying to pressure the defence, and in the end it paid off, and he wins the ball back off the defender and puts the ball into the back of the net to draw it level just before half time. One player he is doing very well. Both the strikers are in the top 10, I believe. They're only a couple of spaces behind each other with Ben and Akins. But there you see, Derby do take the lead again with David Nugent, 2 former Leicester players, putting the ball into the back of the net to make it 2-1, and 2 goals, both of them from previous players of Leicester. And I don't know what was going on here, because we should have done a hell of a lot better, just coming out from half time pretty much, and conceding a goal like that just isn't good enough for our team. We should definitely do a lot better, but unluckily for us it doesn't, and it goes into the back of the net for 2-1 to them. As we come on the attack here, trying to get back into this game again from trailing again, as we run into the box, get a lot of space, and Akins with an absolutely brilliant run and a fantastic finish to find the bottom right corner from that angle, and to find it, to get it into the back of the net there was absolutely wonderful, and it does make it 2 apiece. Akins absolutely on fire in this match. As you see here, he just takes on the defence and cuts inside and smashes it with his right foot into the right hand side of the goal. Keeper couldn't get to it. Brilliant finish, and it was a nice finish to get it in from that angle as well, to be able to find the finesse just enough to get it into the back of the net. and that is his 8th goal of the season now, drawing level with Darren Bent. As you see, the cross gets crossed in there. Terrible header. It looked like going out for a throw in, but we got the ball back, whipped it in, and Bent on the Murphy, shall I say, on the far post, definitely should have done a hell of a lot better there with that header. He was pretty much open, and the ball was just directed straight to his head, but didn't do anything like he should have. But luckily we do come on the attack again, and Sordell just coming on to the pitch, and once again the super sub, the man himself, Marvin Sordell, puts the ball into the back of the net to make it 3-2, which I don't know what to say about him at this point. The one reason why I don't start him in more games is for the fact that before in previous FIFAs I've had super subs, but then if I try and play them like as a starter, they don't seem to do as well. But he did prove that he was good enough to start games a few games ago, I believe now, where he played, and I think he got 2 goals. But that is how the game finishes, and it is 3-2, and it was all down to Marvin Sordell once again coming on and winning us the game. There's one thing that I found so far is that I believe every time that Marvin Sordell has came on and scored off the bench, we've won the game, which is just unbelievable, really. And every goal that he has scored when he's came off the bench has been the winner for us. It ain't that he's just won the game. We've won the game when he has scored. It's the fact that he's scored the winning goals as well, which is unbelievable. And hopefully he can carry on with that kind of form throughout the season, and hopefully carry it into next season as well, as we come into our second game and our last game of the episode against Preston North End. Hopefully trying to push on from that victory in the last game, because really we didn't do too, even though we did win, we didn't do as well as we should have, I don't think. And even though Derby are a very, very good side, we probably should have done a lot better, really. But we still got the win, and that's all that matters to me really now. And we are still at the top of the table, and that's what even counts even more. I believe we're at the top of the table by 12 points now, which is unbelievable. So if we lost every game, it'd still take the team 4 games to catch up with us, which and that's providing that the other teams below us are winning every game that we lose. And that's just to get on level points with us. To take us over is still take them at least 5 games, no matter what. And that is brilliant for us, for the fact that, like I said in the beginning of the episode, that if we do fall off, that if we do start dropping points, it will still take them a long time for them to catch us back up. And hopefully, if we don't go on too long of a bad streak, we'll be pushing on and be able to hopefully stay in that position at the top of the table, even though we are losing or drawing games or whatever might happen. It's saying that they come on the attack here. A few minutes into the start of the game, take a shot, but Blackman's equal to it as we come forward here, trying to make some space down the wing. Find that space, gets whipped just wide of the post from Marvin Sordell. I decided to bring him on literally at the end, like towards the end of the game, because no chances were created in this game. It was the most. I'm so glad that I didn't choose to live commentate this game, because I think I would have fell asleep halfway through it, because I nearly did when I was doing this, because there was no chances, and that's every chance in this game. Literally 2 clear-cut chances, and that was it. But that is the end of today's episode, guys. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like. If you like these videos, then please subscribe and turn on your notifications, and peace.